Is anybody really special to a narcissist? I think making people feel special is one of the most powerful and insidious manipulation tactics that narcissists use in order to control people and get them to do what they want. That's why in today's video, I'm going to explore some specific ways that narcissists do this so that you can look out if this is happening to you. Welcome to Looking Behind the Mirror, where we explore narcissism and take our lives back as we make sense out of nonsense. As a quick disclaimer, everything I say is based on my opinions and my personal experiences. I'm not a professional, and if you're really struggling, I encourage you to seek professional help. I am providing links below for you. For anybody that's trying to leave a narcissistic relationship, you can probably relate to the idea that the relationship is special, or that the narcissist has made you feel special, like only you can be there for the narcissist, or if you leave, something terrible will happen to the narcissist, or the narcissist can't get along without you, or terrible things will happen because something is special about you. I know narcissists on one hand can make you feel like you can't do anything right, you're a huge disappointment, everything you do is awful. But on the other hand, they can also make you feel obligated to stay because you're just too special. They'll never be able to replace you. Nobody else will ever be able to do whatever it is you do, or they'll never be able to trust anybody else the way they trust you. Something about the relationship can make you feel like you're too special to leave it, or that the relationship is too special to leave. These seeds are usually planted in the beginning of the relationship, and they are planted there to keep you stuck in the relationship. So you can be made to feel so specially trusted, or made to feel like the relationship is so special that even when things start to go horribly wrong, even when the narcissist starts to treat you like you're a piece of garbage, you still have it in your head that this relationship is way too special to abandon, or that the narcissist needs you way too much for you to abandon the narcissist. And these seeds are planted there for this reason, to keep you feeling obligated, or to keep you feeling like somehow this is going to serve you emotionally to stay. Maybe the relationship is actually serving our ego in a way that makes it harder to let go of, and this is usually not an accident. In the beginning of a narcissistic relationship, the narcissist may very well pretend to see you in a way that nobody else has seen you, to understand you, and to see something really special in you, and to really get you to trust them way too soon and share more of yourself, as they have this kind of feedback that encourages you to keep doing that. And then later, the narcissist uses everything you've shared with them against you. Some of the things they might use against you are your vulnerabilities. They may figure out what it is you need, or what it is that makes you feel special, and then provide those things for you so that you can feel special. One way I've personally experienced this is to have a narcissist trust you, or pretend to trust you, because I've had so many experiences with narcissists throughout my life. One issue I've had is desperately wanting people to trust me, because I am so used to having narcissists be suspicious of me when I'm not doing anything. I'm not lying, I'm not hiding, I'm not covering anything up, but these narcissists are suspicious of me and keeping me stuck in this loop of trying to prove myself, trying to prove that I am trustworthy and I'm not lying and I am telling the truth. And I think that this in my life has caused this need for me to be trusted. And I mean, I've worked through this, but it's something that I was vulnerable in. And so there was one particular very narcissistic person that I believe took advantage of this and demonstrated a lot of trust in me so that I would trust him, and I was very vulnerable because I felt like, wow, this person finally sees that I am trustworthy. This person really trusts me. And that got me to trust him. And it also made me feel like this relationship, and this was not a romantic relationship, but it got me to feel like this relationship was too special for me to leave. Like, this person finally sees me and this person understands that I am trustworthy. Wow, this is really special. This very specific way of making somebody feel special could be done by, just to use a simple example, maybe a narcissist is moving and they come to you and they say, hey, I'm moving and I have this necklace my mom gave me before she died, and it's a family heirloom. It's really special to me. I don't want anything to happen to it during the move. Can you please hold on to it and keep it safe? I trust you. I know that if it's with you, I don't have to worry about it while I'm moving. It would really mean a lot to me if you did this. And you might think, wow, this person really trusts me to take care of this really special heirloom. Wow. And then if you're somebody that really craves other people trusting you, this could really manipulate you. And you don't stop to think, wait, why are they giving this to me? Why don't they put it in a safe? And also, a narcissist will do things like this with objects that you project value onto. To a normal person, you would look at something like a necklace that came from a mother that has passed away, and you would think, wow, this is really special. I would never give something like this to anyone that I didn't really trust. But to a narcissist, maybe this is just a necklace they picked up at a dollar store. I mean, it might not even be what they're telling you it is. And even if it is, that doesn't mean that it has the emotional value that it would to you. So to a narcissist that got a necklace from their mother right before she passed away, maybe that necklace is only really worth what they're able to use it for to manipulate other people. The narcissist might only value that object as far as how easily they are able to use it to manipulate you into feeling special. So you're assuming, wow, this person must really trust me, when really this is all just a ploy to make you feel that way. And as long as we are still talking about trust and a way that a narcissist can make you feel special to manipulate you in that way, they can later turn this around and hold it over your head as, if you do X, Y, or Z, now I can't trust you anymore. Or you might do something they don't like and they can say something like, I thought I could trust you. So they can in the beginning make you feel really special and really trusted, and then use that same thing as a weapon against you to manipulate you and get you to do what they want. Or just to threaten you with the idea that maybe now they're not so sure if they can trust you anymore because they saw you talking to that person, or they don't like that face you made, and now maybe I can't trust you. And this can become an extremely powerful manipulation tool, especially if you started out craving this need to be trusted by someone. Someone's finally provided that for you, and now they're threatening to take it away. Another way that narcissists very commonly do this is to create an us versus them. This is really common. And narcissists really kind of live in an us versus them, which is also really common in cults or very high demand religions or groups, to create this us versus them. We're special and everybody else they don't understand us. They're not as special as we are. We are especially, intelligent or intuitive, or we have special secret knowledge, or we're especially talented, or whatever. Something's real special about us, and everybody else out there, those people, something's wrong with them. And when very narcissistic people create these little cliques or these little maybe mini cult of personalities and include you and count you as part of us, like you're in the club, you get it, you're good enough to come and be part of us because you're not like all of them, that can make you feel really special. And somebody that would be really vulnerable to something like this would maybe be somebody that's very lonely, or somebody that feels very disenfranchised, like they don't belong anywhere or nobody understands them. They could really crave something like this, craving a place where they can belong and where they're looked at as someone that's not only allowed to hang around and be part of the community, but special, something special about you because you're in this community. And the way that this can be turned around to use to manipulate you later is if you say the wrong things, act the wrong way, start asking too many questions. Now, wait a minute, you're starting to act like them. Maybe you're really not cut out to be part of us. Maybe you really don't fit this mold. Maybe you really are one of them. And this is a really powerful manipulation tool that narcissists use. First, they make you feel special, and then they take that and use it as a weapon and a manipulation tool. They threaten you with taking that specialness away if you don't do what they want. And this can cause people, especially in groups, and narcissists that are in personal relationships, even romantic relationships, they'll do this too. You can be in a romantic relationship with a narcissist and have them create an us versus them kind of feeling in the relationship. But of course, narcissists that have groups will do this as well. You're in this special group because you're part of us. And when that happens, the group itself can start doing really cruel and irrational things because they're so emotionally invested in the idea that they are special. They're willing to do things they normally wouldn't do in order to defend their specialness and their membership in the us club. Another way that a narcissist can make you feel special, especially I think in personal relationships, is to begin the relationship by telling you that you're different. And this is kind of the same as the us versus them, but it really singles you out and it singles out your characteristics. And it's also a little bit more about the narcissist, him or herself. So the narcissist might say, wow, nobody's ever listened to me the way you listen to me, or nobody's ever seemed to understand me like you understand me, or nobody's ever been as nice as you are because my ex was so mean, or everyone I've ever been with has just abandoned me or screwed me over, but wow, you're not like that. You are different from anyone else I've ever known. This is so special. And this can make you feel like, for whatever reason, of all the hundreds of people this narcissist has ever known, you're the first person that's come along that is willing to just be a decent human being. Like, wow, there must be something really special about you. For whatever reason, this person has just run into such horrible bad luck. Like, now you can't leave them because they need you. You're the first breath of fresh air they've ever had in their life. And they can actually make you feel like all the good things that have come into their life now because of you, they're going to lose all of that if you were to go away. So when they start treating you like garbage, when they start abusing you, you might still feel kind of obligated to stay, or you might feel guilty at the thought of abandoning them, because now it's like, oh, you really are just like all the rest. You really aren't different from all those other people. You're just one more name to add to their list of severe disappointments. You're one more person that you really weren't different. You really are just going to abandon them. You really are somebody that just doesn't understand them and can't listen. And it can be really emotionally threatening to face that, especially if you've spent time thinking that you're special or that you are different from all the other people that have been in the narcissist's life. If you haven't had experience with narcissistic people, you probably really believed them, that they've had this horrible bad luck all their life, and now finally they've met you and everything's turned around. So it's really difficult to kind of get over that hill of realizing that you've been duped and that you were wrong and that you really aren't any different from all the people in this narcissist's past, and that all the judgment that you may have had for these people based on what the narcissist told you, now somebody in the future is going to have that same judgment for you. And that's really hard to reconcile. It's really hard to accept that. Sometimes it's easier to just stay put in this abusive, toxic relationship and just continue to feel like there's something special about you. You're not going to be the one that leaves. You're going to be the one that sticks around for this person, and you're not going to be one more person that abandons them. And of course, that's the whole reason that they've told you these sob stories in the first place, is to manipulate you and make you feel like you need to stay. This is why a lot of narcissists will present themselves to you as somebody that's injured in some way or has been victimized in some way, and you're the only one that can save them. So How can you abandon them now? I mean, they can even convince you that all of their horrible abusive behavior is because of their hurtful, awful past. So it's not their fault, and how can you abandon them now? Another way that narcissists can make you feel special, and I think this is probably more common in cults and high demand religions and groups, is to make you feel like you have special knowledge, which gives you some kind of special advantage over other people. And this is really part of the us versus them, but it's just a little more specific, that you know the secrets to life. And because you've been given this gift of special knowledge, special skills, special secrets, you owe something back to this group. You owe your loyalty, and you owe whatever it is that this group has demanded from you. You've been given a special gift of special knowledge, so you need to give back. You need to pay for that because you're so lucky or so blessed to have this special knowledge. You can't just walk away from it, because that would mean that you're really ungrateful, and it would also mean that you're going to lose whatever special gift you've been given. I think in personal relationships, narcissists can use this same idea by sharing special secrets, by letting you in on something special that they've never told anybody. I think a lot of narcissists might say something like, hey, can I trust you with a secret? Or, hey, I'm going to tell you something about so-and-so, but you got to promise not to say anything to anybody. And, you know, a lot of us are really susceptible to this kind of tactic, like, oh, you're going to tell me this special secret? Okay. Especially if we're in a personal relationship with somebody and they seem to be being vulnerable with you, to let you know this really special vulnerable secret that they've never told anybody. But then later, maybe you find out that they've told everyone this, or they told a bunch of people, or you find out that it's not even true. Or what they're telling you is something that's really not that important to them. They're telling you something that maybe is true, but it's not really something that makes them feel vulnerable. Maybe it's something that a normal person might feel vulnerable sharing, but a narcissist will never, or very, very rarely, actually share something with you that actually makes them feel vulnerable. They might share things with you that seem like they're being vulnerable, but they're doing that to manipulate you. They would never actually trust somebody enough to really open themselves up and be vulnerable. I mean, I try never to say never, but this is just not something that a narcissist would do. So this whole tactic that narcissists use, making you feel special, like you're the only person that can do whatever, you're the only person they can trust, you're the only person that gets them, you're the only person that's ever listened to them or loved them in the right way. This is like giving you something that feels like it has a great value to it, but always with this unspoken kind of condition, or maybe spoken condition, that if you don't toe the line, if you don't keep doing whatever it is that made them want to make you feel special in the first place, that they're going to take that away from you. So the narcissist is making you feel like they're giving you something of great value, but they're doing that so that they can threaten to take it away, so that they can control you with the fear that that's going to generate in you of losing that now, of losing that thing of great value. But the trick is that they've never actually given you this in the first place. No one is special to a narcissist. People are interchangeable. All people are interchangeable to a narcissist. And the only thing that will make you special to a narcissist is how easily they're able to manipulate you. So how easily you fall for this manipulation tactic of the way that they make you feel special is the only thing that actually will make you feel special. So the minute you start to see through this, the minute that you start to realize that they've been manipulating you, that they don't really trust you like they've said. To go back to what I was saying in the beginning of the video about a narcissist making you feel like they really trust you in a special way. Maybe later on in the relationship, you realize that they've been spying on you. They've been reading your text messages, or they've been following you, or doing things that indicate that they don't trust you. This can be really confusing, but any way that a narcissist has made you feel special it's pretty likely that at some point in the relationship, you're going to realize that they don't really look at you that way. They don't really trust you. They don't really think that you're the only person that's ever listened to them, or you're the only person that understands them. They don't really think that you're the smartest person they've ever known, or the most intuitive, or the most talented. Whatever it is that they have told you about yourself that's made you feel special is not something they actually believe. They've just given you these things so that they can later take them away. And this can be really, really, really painful to acknowledge, especially when love's involved, when it's romantic, because one of the lies that they've told you is how much they love you. And they might have been infatuated with you in the beginning of the relationship, but all of that fades pretty quickly when reality sneaks in, when the narcissist realizes that you are a human being and that you're not capable of solving their emotional problems. Narcissists get bored of people. They're going to get bored of you, and then they're going to blame that on you. When reality sets in, all these things that they made you believe that they believe about you, even if they really thought it was true, these things are all going to be exposed for what they really are. What the narcissist really thinks about you is going to come out. And if you're not careful, and if you are not understanding what's happening, you can get caught in this trap of desperately trying to get this back. Like with the example of being trusted. If you find out the narcissist has been spying on you and checking up on your text messages, you might double down and get caught in a trap of desperately trying to prove to them that you can be trusted, not realizing that they have never really trusted you and that they never will. To a narcissist, absolutely everybody is disposable. And what's really ironic about this is that a narcissist can make you feel like you are one in a billion. You are the most special human being that's ever existed, as far as they're concerned, on the face of the planet. And what's funny is they are the last person on earth that's really going to believe something like that. When some time goes by, they're actually going to look at you as completely disposable, as somebody that's just like everybody else. Where in a healthy relationship, a person's not as likely to look at you as if you're one in a billion, as if you're that special. And later, as the relationship grows, they're also a lot less likely to start looking at you as just somebody that's completely valueless, as somebody that's completely disposable. So narcissists do go from one extreme to another. And the way that the relationship starts off in the beginning can really keep us chasing the way that it was in the beginning and how special we felt. So I just wanted to make this video talking about this manipulation tactic. I don't think narcissists always do this on purpose. I think sometimes they definitely do. But for whatever the intentions were in the beginning of the relationship, this is something that can really keep a lot of us trapped, chasing that feeling of being special. And I think that what we really need to work on, if this has happened to us, is understanding that we're all special. Everybody deserves to be in a relationship in which they're safe and they're trusted and they're valued for who they are, not for some special one in a billion trait that they have that nobody else has, but just for the person that they are. These kinds of more meaningful ways of building specialness in a relationship are not something that can be taken away in a second, something that can just be meaningless the minute that you say the wrong thing or make the wrong face. Narcissists pretend to give you a whole lot, but nothing they give you is ever anything that you can really trust or feel secure in. There's always this feeling of threat that's hanging over your head, that no matter how special you might feel, no matter how special they've made you feel, all of that could be gone in an instant. And that's not something that you have to deal with in a healthy relationship. When you are losing a narcissistic relationship, you might feel like you're losing something really, really special, really important. But when you're losing a narcissistic relationship, you really aren't losing much of value at all. Not as far as the relationship itself is concerned. There's really nothing there for you but illusions and lies. So when you lose a narcissistic relationship, all you're really losing are the fantasies and the lies that have kept you trapped there. I hope this helps. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and comment below any ideas you have for me for future videos. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video and would like to see more like it in the future. Until next time, thanks. Bye.